am Ben, and as you can see, my video is pointing in a different direction. Well, I have a new thing where I can hold my phone now, and now I get to do movie reviews like this. Well, I've been wearing a Batman clothes, so I decided to review something Batman related. The 2017 movie, the Lego Batman movie. Now, I already reviewed this years ago, but I always wanted to do a Redux review because since I have more editing stuff and more things to work with, I can actually do a more proper review. And since I have more subscribers, I can actually review this properly. I love the Lego Batman movie. It might be up there as one of my favorite movies. Is it my favorite Batman movie? Is better than the other ones? Oh, I can't. That's kind of a hard question to ask because this might be like some Lego Bat or superhero biases, Batman biases, but yeah, and I own some Lego figures. Like here's this one with the Joker and the balloons. Yeah, that's really awesome. And here's one that came with it, and he has the grappling hook. And here's one that came in a poly bag, and it's like this little blade thing from the Kryptonian Phantom Zone Fortress Protector. And here's Lego Batman with his batarangs. And here's Harley Quinn, but I have like other ones that came in like little bags. And here's the little bomb thing that the Joker tried to set off. But yeah, the movie was great. Yeah, there was an adult joke like in it, like where my name's Richard Grayson, but the other orphans call me Dick. And Bruce replied, "Well, kids can be cruel." That's funny. Um, but yeah, I love how creative with the Lego effects it is. Like there's a part where he's microwaving a lobster. Like that's really good how they done that. Like the animation is, like how they make everything look so realistic is pretty good. Like I really like how they make it. And I love all the references to Batman. And I love how they parody Batman. Like a lot of people say this is one of the best spoof movies. Like spoof movies like Airplane or Spaceballs or Robin Hood Men in Tights. Well, this is like a proper way to do it. It's directed by the guy, I forget his name, but he's directed by the guy who works on Robot Chicken. And if you know satire, he knows this. He also produced the Lego movie. I think I said this before, but the Lego movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. I haven't done a review of the first Lego movie. I should, but I'm doing the Lego Batman movie. But yeah, I loved watching this. I love how fun it was. I love how and Batman. Like there were some parts I thought, is this poking fun at like there's with satire you poke fun at certain things, but is this like trying to poke fun at Batman in a bad way, like the fact that he's a vigilante that wants to still be a hero because but that's actually still a good point because he misses his parents, but he still wants to fight crime, but he feels sad. But in other versions, he's okay with not being Batman as long as crime in Gotham is done. But I do like it is trying to be a funny version of Batman where it is paralleling like the whole crime thing, and I like the part where Joker infiltrates this airplane, and it's called MacGuffin Airlines, and I always like to quote that, this MacGuffin Airlines, and it's carrying like cartoony bombs, and it's like two best friends, and then Joker goes to the guy, and he's like, why should I be afraid of you? And it's like, because I'll be taking over his city. It's like, no, you won't. Batman always stops you. He always does. What about the time with the two boats and the parade and the Prince music? And I'm like, those are from Batman movies, and I thought that was really hilarious how they did that. I love the part where all the villains were coming together, like how they point out like Zodiac Kane, Catman, and the Condiment Kane, and the guy's like, okay, are you making some of those up? No, they're all real, worth a Google. Like all of these are ridiculous sounding villains, and I want to bring something up about Condiment Kane. For some reason he became a fan favorite, uh, unlike the other ones. Like apparently in his first debut episode he was brainwashed by the Joker and he was one of the comedians that kept messing up. And there were other comedians that were brainwashed, like Pac-Rat, but for this one scene with this villain, he became a fan favorite for some reason. And he actually appeared in other media for some reason. Maybe they thought a villain using condiments were funny. But I also want to point out another thing. There was actually another Lego Batman movie that came out in 2013 called Lego Batman The Movie DC Superheroes Unite, or DC Heroes Unite. But yeah, it was actually a movie adaptation on the Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes, a video game. So yeah, if you want to talk about good video game movies, this one's pretty good. I actually own the rest of them. Like, let me show you. See, I own all the Lego movies and the Lego Batman movies and all sorts of Batman and superhero stuff. And there's Pink Panther DVDs and The Simpsons and on a lot of different stuff. Another part I really liked is where all the villains, like from different movies, like Wicked Witch, the Daleks. I love the Daleks. Like, up again. Like, this is my Doctor Who collection, and there's like Daleks, different Doctor Who figures, and yeah, I'm a big hardcore fan of Doctor Who. Yeah, I really like this collection. Also, and here's my Spider-Man collection I just want to show you. Yeah, I own a lot of stuff. But yeah, there's so much. And I like the actress, oh, I forget her name, but she plays Ahsoka Tano in the live-action Star Wars shows, but when she was also in those live-action Daredevil and shows. But I also want to point out, there's a romance between Batman and Barbara. Like, what? Like, I do like that they're trying to make her an older woman instead of a younger woman. But I remember there was Batman: The Killing Joke where they try to romance Barbara and Batman, and I'm like, why? Isn't she a bit young? Like, but yeah, I feel like it does work better here. But is that a thing later where they? Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. That's my Looney Tunes clock. But yeah, is that a thing where they try to make Batgirl and Barbara and Batman into a couple? Like, was that a thing in the later comics? I mean, why are they doing that? Like, in other versions, she's very young, so why are they making them a couple in other versions? That's weird. It does work better here because she looks like an older woman, so I do like that. And I do like her bat suit, like all the purple and yellows, and I actually own a little poster here. I own a big poster with all the characters, but I can't get it out right now. And I really love the villains designs. Like, I love Catwoman, I like Joker's. Like, Joker was pretty cool. Only one villain I had a problem with. Two-Face. No, don't get me wrong. I love that Billy D. Williams is playing Harvey Dent Two-Face in this, because he played Harvey Dent. Billy D. Williams played Harvey Dent in Batman 1989, but he never got to play him in like Batman Forever. It was Tommy Lee Jones, but here he got to play him. But I do like it's Billy D. Williams. My only problem is the design. It just looks like purple ooze or melting his face. When you look at the other Two-Face's designs, like that looks like Two-Face. This looks like Billy Dean Williams was have his face melted off with purple ooze. Like, I don't know. But all in all, I do love that it's Billy Dean Williams, and I think that's really neat. And Robin. I like that Robin. He's played by that young man. I forget his name. So I'm sorry. I'm not good with names, okay? I'm bad with names at times. But the design for Robin was very different, because when you look at the other designs for Lego Robin in other adaptations, they try to be more faithful to the source material. But here, it is a good design, but like a little boy version, which is pretty cute, and I like how excitable he was. And but his design is similar to Carrie Kelly Robin design. I guess because he's been around for years, but it's interesting they're doing Dick Grayson as the first Robin, of course, but here, and I do love the fatherly bond they have with each other. I like that, but his design looks similar to Carrie Kelly's, which is okay if you like it for its own thing, and I do like this Robin. Also, the bare legs, the part with the bare legs, like, now I'm moving, there is better, now I'm free, now I'm moving, look, come on, Batman, let's get grooving. I can only look at you. I can't look at you like this, and that was pretty funny. Um, but yeah, they kept his bare legs, but they kind of changed his face, but well, that's okay. And I really like how fast speed the comedy is. Like, it's a good love letter to Batman. There was some parts I thought, are they kind of bad mouthing Batman if you really think about it? Well, not really bad mouthing. Like, if you really think about it, like him always thinking about himself, like only trying to be Batman when he wants to be, but that's kind of his character development. Like, that's the whole point. Like, it shows his vulnerable side, but it's just in other versions I see him how he tries to take things seriously. But this is supposed to be a comedic Batman. I shouldn't really overthink this. There are moments where I don't like where a lot of people ask, why doesn't Batman kill the Joker? Like, I did a chart on my other channel where I asked, would people want to kill the Joker? Most people voted no, most people voted yes. And I even asked, what about the police? Like, how about let the police handle it? But I'm like, but as of now, more people wanted Batman to kill the Joker rather than let the police handle it. But I don't know, like, really think about it. If Batman does kill the Joker, like, the problem, like, a lot of hardcore fans are just gonna miss him, such as myself are gonna miss him and gonna be like, well, we want him back and probably found some crazy way to bring him back to life. So, what would you rather do? Because they can't kill off, like, the Joker's too much of an iconic villain. They can't kill him off. And I do like they try to explain, like, if I do that, I'll be no different, and I'll be just as bad as the criminals I fight. But a lot of fans kind of make fun of it, but I don't know if Batman should do that. There's no discussion of that, if that's what you're wondering, Lego Batman. They never do that. Like, there's a funny story where they try to be like, I surrender, I want to turn myself in, and then he escapes. Like, he doesn't kill anyone in this, if that's what you're wondering, but I like how, like, he goes to the Phantom Zone and he runs into all these villains from other movies and shows, which makes it a lot of fun to watch. And the acting is good. Will Arnett does a good job playing Batman and Bruce, and everyone does a good job. I like Alfred. I love how they try to make him more fatherly. Like, yeah, because in a way, Alfred is kind of like his dad, his second dad, after his parents die. And they don't rehash the whole parents getting killed thing. Like, we've seen that 1,000 times in other things. They just look at a portrait, which I really like. Well, I guess that's my review. That's my review on the Lego Batman movie. It's one of my favorites. I don't know how to express that. I love the comedy. I love the sense of humor. I love how Batman was pretty funny in this, but still the dark, brooding loner. We all know him, but learning how to work together. I love all the villains teaming up and fighting the Joker, and the Joker trying to fight. And then at the end, and then there's this whole thing where I'm like, oh, and there's this whole thing where Batman is like, well, like, I hate you, and it's like, you finally, and Joker's like, you finally said you hate me, yay. There's like a whole relationship, and they try to poke fun at the whole ship thing, like, we don't do relationships. And I'm like, oh. Also, this has, in my opinion, one of the greatest openings to Batman. Like, all the villains are circling down, and then the mayor drops, and you think it's gonna be the mayor, but no, it's like, I'm Batman, wanna get nuts, and he fights all the villains. That's like the greatest opening I can think of to Batman. Well, I'm Ben, and this is my review on the Lego Batman movie. I really love how fun it is. It's a really cute movie. It's really fun and action-packed. I love the sense of humor, the comedy, and everything. I always, when I first watched this, I was a bit paranoid if they were making fun of Batman for wrong reasons, but I love how they still, like, this is still a more funnier Batman that's still the brooding type that tries to parodies all the things, and this was the right kind of parody for Batman. I had a lovely time with it. I love how Lego it is. I love how fast-paced it is. It's a lot of fun. Well, that's my review, and see you next time.